I have made over 1,000 Goldsmith ads and ran over 1,000 Goldsmith ads across Facebook and Instagram. So meta ads, basically for Goldsmith shops to get a bunch of leads. And these are sort of the ads that I have learned that work the best. So I try to mimic these sort of gossip tabloid ads to make Goldsmith ads that get a bunch of leads and ultimately get a bunch of customers for Goldsmiths, obviously, right? So I'm in this video, what we're going to do is that we're going to kind of use this style of gossip tabloid portrait, and we are going to make some very, very simple, easy to make free Goldsmith ads. Now, we can either use organic content to make Goldsmith ads, which, by the way, works the best. That's what works the best. But if you don't have a lot of organic content, or if you're starting out, or if you don't have a bunch of followers is what, 1,000 plus, then we can just use Canva, super free tools, to make very, very good Goldsmith ads to get you a bunch of customers. So I'm going to just show you in this video how we actually do that step by step, click by click. So we're going to use this style, and we're going to use this sort of photos and make those ads. So what we are going to do is that, first of all, these photos, they are stock footage photos, right? So they are free. What I do is I get them from Adobe. They have a bunch of those, but you can get them in there are thousands of different websites you can get stock photos from for free. Now, if you want to use your photos, the photos that you have of your customers, of your past customers, of your present customers, of you yourself maybe using your jewelry, then by all means. I'm just going to show you how to kind of edit it and how fast it is. Okay, how simple and fast. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are in canva.com. You can sign up for canva.com for free. It's completely free. You just put in your email and that's it. You're ready to go. Right now, I am using a Instagram post sized banner. Okay, because when we run Facebook and Instagram ads, normally what we're going to do is have a Facebook feed and Instagram story type size banners, right? So this is basically what we use. Obviously, we can resize them and stuff, which I will show you also later in the video. Okay, so let's just see what this has. So this has, first of all, it has big bold letters. Okay, big bold letters. It has stark contrast between the background photos and the bold headline letters that you have to read, right? Super simple. It doesn't get fancy absolutely in any way. Instead, it actually kind of gets a little bit messy, but not messy enough for you to not read this. You want to read this. You see Tom Cruise's face, you see all these celebrities' faces, and then you see kind of a very clear, big, bold headline that kind of obviously is controversial, right? So what we are going to do is, we're not actually going to go controversial, but what we are going to do is we're going to go for the headlines. So we're going to go to the left bar here, and we're going to click on text and then add headline. And then we're just going to click add headline, right? What I like to do, you can copy it, is I go to our fonts here, so Canva fonts, and then I look for, I think, oof, I don't remember which it was. Bold. I'll just go bold. Oh, I got it. Here we go. This one. I think it's called, I don't know how you pronounce it, but Bernoru. I don't know how you pronounce it, to be honest with you. But this is what I use. And then I go here on the top bar and I just click on uppercase, and that's it. They become uppercase, right? All caps, right? So it's kind of mimicking this. Then I'll put this one here. What I'll do is just click there, and then there we go. Move it up there. And then I'm just going to duplicate it. Boom, once, and then duplicate it twice. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. And then what I'm going to do is, so we're going to kind of put it in places where the leaves will be able to read it, and also we're going to figure out the colors. So what we're going to do is for all of this background to be, actually for the headlines to be more visible, what we're going to do is we are going to go to elements, and you can type in here in search elements square, right? I'll do it for you. There we go. Square, put enter, and then here in graphics, you're just going to click on this black square, put it right there, and drag it to the top corner. And then in this little right bottom circle here, you're just going to click it and then drag it down. We just drag it all the way. Okay. So now it's kind of, I mean, it's kind of weird because it's all black, but don't worry. Keep it black and then click here on transparency, pull it down. And what I like to do is I like to keep it between 15 and 20. So this is kind of I don't really go further than that. Normally I go maybe actually even 15 or 16. This is what I normally do. I'll keep it at 16 just because. Actually, you know what? In this photo, I'll keep it a little down. 14. It doesn't make much difference. But anyway, this is kind of what we do. Now you can see this more clearly, but what we are going to do is we're going to go, since this is obviously a female ad targeted for females, this is a woman, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to colors. We're going to click on the headline, right? Sorry, I'm going to do that again. Click on the headline. Click on here that says text color. Just clicking on that there. Then we are going to go just add a new color, and then we're going to go all the way to kind of pink, lila, kind of that sort of thing. A little bit brighter. Yeah, maybe that. I don't know if that looks gray. Okay, that better. Okay, so we're gonna just find a color, a female color that you like. By the way, we are gonna replicate ads because remember, we are in a local business, right? So we are gonna run through a lot of creative, right? Every week we're gonna have to run, like we're gonna have to make 10 new creatives a week. Okay. If we want a bunch of leaves, we're gonna have to make 10 new creatives a week. Obviously, there's a process to replicate the winners and cut off the losers, but this is kind of what we do. We're gonna click this and this one. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna make this way more visible. Okay, so we're gonna click on effects here on the top right, click on outline, click on this color here, and we're gonna make it black or white. Actually, yeah. And this one we're gonna make it white. Sometimes you go black. Most of the time I go black, but you're gonna make it white this one because kind of, and then we're gonna drag the thickness a little bit. 85, I think. Yeah, 85. We're gonna drag it to 85, and then we're gonna write what we do. So we go geographic location, target market, and then we insert our offer. But on this one, what we're going to do is we're going to mix geographic location and target market. So I'll just show you what normally we do. So we go Stockholm, if we are running ads in Stockholm, obviously, right? Stockholm, Stockholm City, right? And then underneath in this second headline, we go ladies, right? Stockholm City ladies. But what we're going to do is we're just going to delete the ladies and we're just going to go Stockholm ladies. Okay. Going to go that. We're going to put it, yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Stockholm ladies, right? We're going to merge geographic location and target market. We're just going to put them together. And then we're going to insert our offer, right? So here, normally we run, most of the time we run wedding rings, obviously, right? But what we are going to do is just put it something else. In this creative is obviously a diamond necklace, right? Or a necklace, I don't know what, but a necklace. So we're going to put dream wedding necklace. Okay, we're going to just put dream wedding necklace. I hope I have the spelling right. I think so. Okay. Dream wedding necklace, and we're going to do exactly what we did here with the effects on this one. So we're going to put outline. So click effects, then click outline and styles, and then click the color and put it white, right? And then drag the thickness the same way. I think 85 was pretty good. Yeah, 85 is pretty good. It's decent. And then we're just going to put that there, put it there, and then here we're going to use it there. Okay, so we're going to click it all for it to be on one side. Don't worry. We're going to make this work. What I'm thinking about doing is putting a line between them. Or maybe this way. Actually, this is much better. Okay, so we're going to align it the other side, actually. That was pretty stupid of me, actually. But anyway. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now what we are going to do is we're going to go to elements and we're going to just click line. I don't know why it's not. Okay, click on shapes and then click on this line there. Put it there. Drag it a little bit. Actually, no. Yeah, no. Drag it until the last letter or first letter, this letter of the Stockholm, right? And then we're going to go through weight. So basically the thickness of this line. Drag it a little bit forward. Yeah, 10 is fine. 10 is more than fine. Yeah, perfect. And then click on the stroke color, right? And then click the exact same color as the font here, right? Just do that. And then now, obviously, what we could do is also put the Stockholm City and then ladies under, right? But we're just going to leave it like that. I think what we're going to do is actually make this way bigger. Yeah. Actually, not that big. 105. Okay. Put the line there. Drag it all the way there. 105 Stockholm ladies. Then this one the same. And no, 105. There we go. Click on it. Move it up. Yeah. And even though we can actually put the background, drag the transparency down also. Actually, yeah, we could put the transfer. Or do we put it up a little bit? Maybe 5. Yeah. Okay. So that's fine. Okay. So as you see, this is a very ugly, horrible creative. It gets us leads. Believe it or not, we have tested this many, many times. And this will get us a bunch of leads. Now, will it get us as many leads as organic content or successful organic content? No, it won't. It will get you fewer, but with these leads, we got like 72 ads in 1 week. So it gets the leads. So, I mean, you can get fancy if you want. Obviously, we know how to do fancy creative, but this works so much better. It's very direct. It's very gossip tabloid style. Obviously, we're copying it from them, and it just works, right? Same here. So I could just copy this, right? We'll change up the styles, paste, and we'll change up the style. Make it smaller. Okay, we're gonna make that smaller. We're gonna change the colors on this one also. Copy, paste. There we go. Okay, so in this one, remember we don't want to block the actual, like for example, the jewelry here. So what we can do is also just, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we did that. So what we're gonna do is change the change the positioning of the words, and we're also gonna change the color, by the way. So this is the same. Change the position for it to be on the left side. What we are gonna do is make this a little bit smaller. Actually, smaller. Sorry, make it bigger. Yeah, I want it to be. There we go. what I think I'm gonna do, you know what? I think, yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna do something a little bit weird. Copy. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna paste it there. I'm gonna paste it in the middle there. And then what I'm gonna do is go up here in the advanced setting and I'm gonna put line spacing and I'm just gonna reduce it. There we go. Just gonna reduce that and reduce there. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and then the dream wedding necklace, the same thing. There we go. Or maybe there we go. Okay, so this I'm going to change it to maybe black as well, but I don't think we should put it black. I go a little golden on this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go golden. I don't want to go pink. Okay, so there we go. All right. And in this way, we are just gonna be able to replicate a bunch of ads. I'm sorry. We're just gonna be able to replicate a bunch of ads super fast. This should a week. This should take you about an hour every Monday, right? Every Monday, you start doing ads, and basically this is what it should take you. Sorry. I keep forgetting that they are different things. Yeah, I'll just move this there for right now. Yeah, I'll just delete that and then go advanced setting, line spacing, less and less. There we go. And I'm going to put an exclamation mark there. Okay, so these are kind of the things that we do. Again, they are supposed to be ugly. They are supposed to not be fancy. Okay, they get you leads because they are extremely clear. They are extremely easy to read, and they are extremely easy to understand also, right? Like if you, for example, see a wedding ring and then you go Stockholm City ladies and you're a lady in Stockholm, obviously targeting, right? Super simple targeting, by the way. Stockholm ladies, a wedding ring on the photo, and then it says dream wedding rings. You will understand that you will be able to buy dream wedding rings, obviously. So there, it's supposed to make it super clear and super simple, super easy to read, by the way, also. Okay. So what we're gonna do is that I'm just gonna give you a very, very quick show of how quick you can actually set this up on Facebook so that it can run on Facebook and Instagram. But I'm just gonna use my own Facebook Manager so that we can run the ads. Okay. So we're gonna click share, click on download, and I'm just gonna download one of these pages. Okay. So just go to download the last one. Okay. Click done and then click download. We'll start downloading on your computer. Give it a second and done. Download it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to Facebook and we're going to go to Facebook Manager. And choose camera. Yeah, I think you can. Okay, I cannot download it. Anyway, what we're going to do is we are going to go. This is all in Spanish for some reason. Obviously, I'm in Latin America right now, so it's going to be in Spanish. But you're going to have you're going to just click on, I don't know how it would be in English. I don't remember, but you're going to be able to edit what you post and you're going to upload your photos, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter here. There we go. Okay. So here we're going to click on download. So subir is kind of like download. And we are going to go to downloads here. Then we're just going to click the ad that we just made. Okay. Give it a second for it to download. There we go. Then we're going to click here. It says siguiente, but it's like next. Okay. And next. And then here you can basically see the previews, right? You can see the previews. Now, for example, we are going to fix these sort of things. So, for example, here you can see these gray spaces. This is not what we want. And this is definitely not what we want. So, for example, here, dream wed, like that's not what we want. So we're going to change it. Now, even if you click like original, you're going to have like spaces there. So these are some things that we're going to fix. Okay. We're just going to stick to this one. Boom. Next. And then here it says this texto principal is basically the copy. The título is the headline. The description, obviously the description. And then this is the call to action. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to go to school community. School. Yeah. I'm going to go there. Click on classroom. And this is something that you will be able to get just super easily, right? Click, and we're going to go here to lead generation part 2, and then click on copy, right? For the copy, right? And then headline for headline, CTA, and everything. Okay? We're going to click on that. Scroll down to the part where you have ad copy for women, right? So this is the ad. Whenever you're running ads, these are the ads, ad copy for women. So here is the copy. Copy all of this. Boom. Actually, no, we're going to copy all of that. Yeah, this too. Boom. Copy. Go back to Facebook. Click on, well, here's going to say copy, right? So, boom. And then what we're going to do is click on, here it says título, but it is actually headline, right? So we're going to go there. And here's the headline. So free custom limited to 10 women in Stockholm, right? Go back to Facebook, headline, paste. There we go. And then in the description, actually, we don't have, here it doesn't really matter, but if you want, you could just go click in all caps, click learn or to get a dream wedding ring. That's what I would put, but it doesn't matter. Here you can say more information. You could also say download. You can also say contact. But to be honest with you, you should just say learn more, right? Here's learn more. Click next. Okay, so this is where you have to not give Meta anything, because what Meta is going to try to do is give you a bunch of their AI, right? But you have to say no and continue. And then here, just toggle all of these off. Toggle all of them off. All of these, yeah, toggle all of them on. This is all Meta's AI. We don't want Meta's AI, okay? Done. Here's going to say done, by the way. Okay, so now you will be able to preview your stuff. There we go. So for example, this is Facebook feed, and it's going to look like this. Here is Instagram feed is going to look like this. Instagram stories, Facebook stories, all of these sorts of things. Actually, wait. Why is this? Yeah. Okay. So it's perfect. We're going to go save. Now, yeah, ignore this. Now, there is a way, for example, for you to edit between the reels and stories and feeds. So for example, here in feed, as you can actually, I'll show you once again. So for example, here in the feeds, this image is absolutely stunning. It's perfect, okay? Because it, like, you can see there's no holes or spaces there. But for example, in the stories, look, there's the space here, there's the space here. There are these blank spaces here in the stories. Why? Right? It's not supposed to have blank spaces. So you can go back into Canva and go into, for example, yeah, you can go home actually. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to create, and then we're gonna go Instagram stories. Click on Instagram story, and then here you're gonna, if you can see here, it's the size of Instagram story. So you're gonna click that. Okay. And then this is the size that you will need here. Sorry. This is the size you're going to need here. Okay. So Oh, this is not. Yeah. Okay, it's fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back into projects and we're gonna copy and paste. Actually, we don't need to copy and paste. What we can do is go to uploads, go upload files, click on the file that you just the photo, I mean the ad that you just made it, click on it again, and that's it. Now, actually, what we are gonna do is we are going to drag it. Maybe it works. There we go. What we're going to do is we're going to go back to the same project that we designed the ads, and we're going to click on it, and we're going to actually, we're going to, oh, what did I do? No, we're going to copy the creative, the photo. We're going to paste the photo. Okay. Then we are going to copy the headlines, paste the headlines, and we're going to do this one by one. Okay. We're going to do this one by one, paste it down. Okay. Okay, we're gonna just make sure that obviously the jewelry stays in frame, and then we're gonna go there, click this a little, make it a little bit bigger, obviously. Boom, make it bigger. Then this, there we go. Now we're gonna make this bigger, and we're just gonna make everything fit, okay, without obviously covering the the jewelry, right? So this we're gonna make smaller. This we're gonna align it, make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, so this we're gonna download it again. Yep, PGN download. We're gonna download. We're gonna wait for it to download. Yeah, done. Go back to Facebook and then click on X here, and then here we're gonna. Facebook gives you a way to edit whether it's feeds or stories. Okay, so we're gonna go to edit stories and reels. And we're gonna here is gonna say change. So you're gonna click on change, and then you're gonna click on upload. Here it says subir, but you're just gonna click on upload there, and then click on the thing that you just made. All right. Give it a second. There we go. And done. Voila. Save. And then click on preview again. And here you're gonna see done. No more spaces. It takes all the real estate up. Okay. So this is basically the things that we are going to be able to do, just creating ads from with Canva, just using Canva. It's super, super easy. As you see, you can do it literally, I don't know, in half an hour. This is what I did, at least. Now, the beautiful thing about this is that when you have to make a lot of different creative during the week, because you make 10 creatives a week if you're a local goldsmith shop, this is what you have to do to succeed. If you don't want to do it, no, it's not a problem, obviously. But if you want to succeed, then it's the bare minimum is 10 creatives a week. Okay. So the beautiful thing about this process is that it's very, very easy to replicate the winning ads. Okay. So you can like put 10 new ads a week, and then you can find the one that has gotten you the best leads, and then just duplicate that on Canva. Change up maybe change up the positioning a little bit of the photo, and then change up a little bit the positioning of the headlines. You can change up the fonts, you can change up those sort of things, and test. The point of ads is testing, right? So you can do a bunch of those things pretty easily. And yeah, but if you want to learn exactly how to get to this point super easily on Facebook, so basically to be able to run ads, right? You want to learn how to set up all the creatives right, all the copy, all the headlines, all the hooks, get your hands on these sort of bunch of these sort of documents, right? They're all here. They're all here in the school community. We have one for lead nurtures, sales, the whole thing. And this whole community is just made super simple so that goldsmiths can get customers. That's it. That's the whole point of this community. So if you want to learn how to run Facebook ads, Meta ads, Instagram and Facebook ads to be able to get customers if you're obviously a goldsmith shop, then I would highly suggest you